What's going on, the Dynasty? It's the Commissioner Flex, Felix Simmons, owner of the New York Knicks. Basically, this is your Week 6 Fantasy Flex. We're going to run through last week's standings and all that. Basically, it goes like this. Last week's standings in the North, you got the New York Knicks at 5-1, Toronto Raptors at 3-3, they 2 games back. Boston Celtics at 2-3-1, 2.5 games back. The Lakers at 2-3-1, 2.5 games back. Denver Nuggets at 1-5, 4 games back. Moving on over to the South Division, that goes a little something like this. You got the ATL Hawks at 5-1, along with the Portland Trailblazers at 5-1. San Antonio Spurs at 3-3. Memphis Grizzlies at 2-4. You got the Orlando Magic at 1-5. Going through the matchups went like this as far as the box scores. The New York Knicks over the Toronto Raptors, 8-3 in that matchup. Portland Trailblazers over the Magic, 8-1 in that matchup. Matchup number 3, we had the San Antonio Spurs over the Memphis Grizzlies, 7-4. Atlanta Hawks over the Boston Celtics, 7-4. And the LA Lakers over the Denver Nuggets with the most impressive win of the week with a 9-2 win. Previewing matchup 7, basically what's going down right now as it is 7 o'clock as I am recording this show, trying to get it ready before Monday Night Football. Matchup 7 pits the 1-5 Denver Nuggets versus the 5-1 New York Knicks. Let's see how that one goes down. You got the 5-1 Portland Trailblazers taking on the 2-4 Memphis Grizzlies. They're itching. They got a 2-game winning streak going, so they're trying to keep it moving. You got the 3-3 San Antonio Spurs taking on the 2-3-1 Boston Celtics. Celtics trying to rebound and move up in the division in the North. You got the 5-1 Atlanta Hawks taking on the 2-3-1 Lakers. They're doing the same thing as the Celtics, as they're both 2-3-1, and they're both trying to move up in the North Division. Then you got the 3-3 Toronto Raptors taking on the 1-5 Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic is trying to creep up out of being the worst team. It's pretty much right now tied up between them and the Denver Nuggets. Moving on over now, flip the page, going to the weekly leaders on the script. Field goal percentage last week, that went to the Toronto Raptors shooting at a 48%. Free throw percentage, that goes to the Boston Celtics shooting at 84%. Three-pointers made, that goes to the New York Knicks with 61 three-pointers made. Three-point percentage, that goes to the Toronto Raptors with 41%. Rebounding, that goes to the New York Knicks last week with 353 rebounds. Assist, that goes to the Atlanta Hawks with 213 assists last week. Steals, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Portland Trailblazers both tied up with 63 steals last week. Blocks category, Portland Trailblazers and the Memphis Grizzlies both tied up with 43. Turnovers, I figured I'd throw that in this week. Turnovers, last week the team with the most turnovers, that went to the Boston Celtics with 114. The team with the least amount of turnovers last week was the Orlando Magic with 73. Points last week, that went to the Atlanta Hawks with 883 points altogether as a team. Good output for a week. Now, total league leaders through 5 weeks. Field goal percentage, that goes with 48% to the Memphis Grizzlies. Good job, Mike. Free throw percentage, that's going with 79% to the Boston Celtics. Ron's back making moves. You've seen the message. It's posted right underneath this video. Three-pointers made with 376. That goes to the New York Knicks. And three-point percentage with 38% shooting three-pointers. That goes to the Memphis Grizzlies one more time. Best shooting team as far as percentage in the league. Rebounding total with 2,029 total rebounds. That goes to the Toronto Raptors. Assist with 1,112 assists. That goes to the Hawks. The steals one more time. We're going to take that one over to the Hawks with 355. Blocks with 269. That's going to the Hawks. Points with 5,330. That's going to the Hawks. Turnovers. Least amount of turnovers in the league. That's going to the Lakers. The Hawks have the most turnovers in the league altogether with 724. So they're number 1 in everything else, so they might as well take turnovers as well. That's this week's Fantasy Flex. Glad for you guys tuning in. Appreciate you guys looking. Like I said, the Flex channel is Flex2481. Go on to YouTube, leave me comments. Leave comments in the C box. Let me know what you think of the videos. I appreciate your time. At 5 minutes, I try to keep them short and sweet. Other leagues, I have them running longer, so I just appreciate the time. This week's Fantasy Flex, This is Flex, and I'm out.